10,000 years can give you such a crick in the neck. Hold on. I had one other thing that I was going to say.
It wasn't welcome to the Jamie and Stephen show,
music
was it?
and magic.
Oh, yeah, of course. Our title. Yes. Welcome to the Jamie and Stephen show. Let's talk movies, music, and magic.
Hey, we've said something professional so far.
I have.
Well,
And this week we have a guest.
Oh, salam and good evening.
Holly is back. Stephen, this is going to be your first time recording a podcast with Holly.
it is.
Yeah. And thank
Are
God you can see our faces so that
Yeah.
you know who's talking.
Know who's who.
Yeah, are you prepared to hear double?
And singing double.
I was until I was asked to put headphones on, yeah. Yes, it's going to be fun. It is going to
It
be
is going to
fun.
be fun. This week, for all you lovely listeners, it's Aladdin.
It
Prince-
is.
Prince Ali Ababa.
Oh,
The
blah,
third-
blah.
Yeah. The 31st classic, and it was released in 1992.
Which
Yes.
I could not believe. I didn't realise it was that early.
This film is as old as
Like Disneyland Paris. It's like the same age.
yes, Disneyland Paris. Right,
Yeah.
so let's dive in. IMDb synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
I must admit, when I was writing it, I was questioning it
Mm.
because this is not accurate.
Mine is.
I'm sure it is. Right, so a kind-hearted street urchin and a power-hungry Grand Vizier vie for a magic lamp that has the power to make their deepest wishes come true.
No, I don't agree with that. No. Aladdin doesn't really, he doesn't know anything about the lamp.
No, he doesn't really fight Jafar until the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a bit off. Go on, Stephen. Tell it right.
Yeah, no. A common thief steals, vandalizes, breaks out of prison, commits identity fraud, has a slave and keeps an illegal pet, but somehow becomes married to a princess and therefore the next sultan.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
I
Yeah.
mean,
For those of you who don't know, Aladdin is part of a series of stories, which I've written down. Hold on. Yeah.
Arabian Nights.
From 1001 Nights. So it's a folk tale in the Arabian Nights. And I think it was a short story. And it was set in China, not Agrabah. Agrabah is made up. It's not a real place.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think it's even a real place.
No. It's an hour and 30 minutes. Now, we've spoken about this before, haven't we, Stephen, where we feel the hour and 20 is the perfect time.
I don't mind it on this one. I think this.
Yeah,
I don't think this
me
overruns.
neither.
They probably could find 10 minutes that they could cut.
Yeah.
Don't
But
think.
I'm just going back to Beauty and the Beast to see an hour and 24.
Oh.
So about the same then.
Well,
Is that
96 minutes.
Is that including the credits at the end?
I don't know.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it includes the credits. It doesn't include all the extra credits they have on Disney Plus, but yeah.
Okay.
No, well, it's definitely a good. It's a good hour and 30 minutes. Like, there's none of it
Yes.
where I'm like, ugh, I wish this was over. Like, it's good.
Yeah, I still think, an hour and 30 is max for kids.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. 100%.
It got 8 stars on IMDb.
Okay. I thought it
Yeah.
would have got higher, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, 8. Right, directors.
Mm-hmm.
So we're coming back to these directors.
Mm-hmm.
We've already met these pair for Basil and Ariel, and they've returned. Apparently, they were offered Beauty and the Beast, but because of the hard work of The Little Mermaid, they said they needed the break. but they said definitely they would jump on the next one. Yeah, so we're talking about Ron Clements and John Musker.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
Yes, definitely well deserved. Writers, they are also credited along with Ted Elliott. He was a writer for Shrek
Mm.
Okay.
and the Pirates of the Caribbean film, the first one.
Oh,
So yes.
So originally, this was Howard Ashman's idea.
Oh, fact stealer.
yeah, I
Stephen.
did read that. Yeah, I did
Yes.
read that.
Yes.
So he basically wanted to focus on the Aladdin film, but was kind of tied down to Beauty and the Beast. His idea, and I have a few of these as we go into the cast and the characters and things, but basically his original concept was that Aladdin would be a young boy, very similar to Arthur in Sword of the Stone and Mowgli, Jungle Book, that kind of thing. And he goes out to basically make his mother proud. He has access to two genies, the genie of the lamp and the genie of the ring. And that's in the original Aladdin story. There's also unlimited wishes.
Oh,
So
could have been a long film.
it could have been a longer film, yes. Jamie's worried about 6 minutes. And he also had three friends in the original thing, and that's revisited in the stage show. So they don't have a Boo in the stage show, they bring back those three friends.
Oh,
Oh,
Basically, that storyline that all tested very poorly, and
Mm.
at this point, Howard Ashman had passed away. Alan Menken was already working on this and joined up with Tim Rice. And Katzenberg, Jamie's best friend, he basically asked for the whole thing to be done from scratch again.
was this that
So,
Black Friday?
yes, Black Friday. And the genie with the ring and the mother were removed. The unlimited wishes was removed to add a little bit more suspense because now you've only got three wishes, and
Three
all of
wishes to be
three.
exact. An
One,
X-ray
two,
on
three.
the wishing for more wishes. That's it. Three. Uno, dos, tres. No, no substitutions, exchanges, or refunds.
Technically, Aladdin only has two wishes in the film.
Yes, that's
Oh,
true.
what? Apart from the very end.
He wishes to be a
see-
prince,
Yeah.
and then he wishes for the genie to be free.
No, because the genie. Oh, yeah, because the genie has to take the saving under the sea as a wish.
Yes,
Yeah.
because earlier on he said
that's
no
right,
extra or
that's
anything.
right.
But
Yeah.
Aladdin doesn't make. I'm sure he would have made the wish, but he didn't. And then because of that, and this is where we kind of lead into the characters as well, the original concept art for Aladdin was obviously quite young. However, the concept art for Jasmine was a little bit more mature. There's a line in the film where the Sultan says, "You need to find a husband by your next birthday." It was going to be by your 16th birthday. And Katzenberg didn't like the idea of 15-year-olds getting married in a film.
No.
So that was changed. So Aladdin was aged up to match the age range of Jasmine. And that is when they decided to base his character on Michael J. Fox.
Ooh.
Basically didn't go through. They didn't find him appealing enough. So went on for Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically the
I
gist of
wonder
it.
if Tom Cruise is aware of that.
Oh, he will be. He will be.
I
It
hope
would
so.
someone have been told him.
I hope so. I love Tom Cruise. And his long hair. Like, second Mission Impossible, although it's like the worst one. Oh, he really suits that long hair.
No, go watch Rock of Ages. Go
Yeah,
watch that.
You know what? Yeah, I've not seen Rock of Ages, to be fair.
There's a scene. He's on the bed and he just kind of like kneels up.
Ooh.
Oof, we might need a break.
Anyway,
Anyway, the cast, the actual
back to
cast.
Aladdin. Right, yeah, the cast. Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Yeah. Can I call you Al or can I call you Din? How about Aladdin?
Oh no. It begins, people. It begins.
Yes. It's not going to stop, Stephen.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so voiced by Scott
Go on
I
then.
want to say Wiener, but I don't think it is. Is it Winger? Winger?
It might be Weiner.
I would have said Winger, yeah.
Yeah,
Winger?
Yeah,
yeah.
to rhyme
Winger.
with Winder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that was his speaking voice. And
yeah.
his singing voice was Brad Kane. Scott Weinger. He was 17 years old when he voiced Aladdin.
Mm.
And he still voices Aladdin.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He
He
was
smokes it.
also he was also in Full House, Scrubs. He's fluent in French and lived in Paris. So yeah,
There's an
I didn't get
episode.
any facts about Brad Kane. Now, I was a bit confused because I thought Brad Weiner or Weiner
Scott
was
Weiner.
also the singing voice.
No.
So
So
when we've seen that clip that was only like a couple of years ago when Mia Salong sang A Whole New World, was that with Scott Weiner or with Brad Kane?
It was with Brad Kane because I've seen more videos of him singing.
Right.
So he sings with all the Disney princesses in this like Broadway bar in New York.
Okay.
So there's a YouTube video of like her that does Megra's voice.
Yeah.
Sia Leong is there as well.
Yeah.
Her that does the singing voice of Jasmine for King of Thieves and for Return of Jafar, and also does Anastasia's singing voice and the Swan Princess. He sings the sequel Aladdin songs with her on this
Okay.
in this little Broadway bar in New York. Yeah, there's like loads of clips of him singing with all the Disney princesses, like singing the songs from the films and from like Broadway shows as well. So yeah, no, it is the singing guy,
Oh, I'll have to
not
Google
the
that.
voice guy.
because I didn't get a load of facts for either of them. I know that Scott Weinger actually auditioned for the singing voice as well,
Oh,
Yeah.
but was rejected.
oh,
I
Brett,
wonder if there is a video of him singing.
not sure.
Hmm.
In Full House, he played a character called Steve, and in one of the episodes, they go to a Disney park, and another character imagines the like family members as different people, different Disney characters. And the first one that he imagines is Steve, played by Scott, as Aladdin, and
Okay.
it's a little bit of a Easter egg.
Right.
Um, Brad Kane would have been roughly about 17, 18 when he recorded the singing voice as well. He's only really known for the roles in Aladdin. However, if you're a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, he's been in 2 episodes. He played the singing voice for a character called Jonathan Levinson in series 4 called Superstar. And he also played a character called Tucker Wells in series 3, episode 20 called The Prom. And I
Okay.
found very little else about either of them.
Yeah, no, I didn't find much about them either. They're probably more theatre.
yeah, I think they are.
I think with Scott Weinger, I think is Full House is his kind of main thing because I think when this was being broadcast, I think it was in season 6. And then it's returned as Fuller House,
Yeah.
which I don't know if that's Disney or Netflix or whatever, but it is
Don't
streaming
know.
and it's going now. So,
And Princess Jasmine
hmm
is voiced by Linda Larkin,
hmm
and her singing voice is Leah Salong.
Leah Salon,
Leah
sorry. Yeah,
Salonga.
yeah.
hmm
Leah Salonga. Back to Linda. She still
hmm
voices Jasmine.
Oh, she does.
And she's also been in Runaway Bride, The Next Best Thing, and she does a voice of one of the characters in one of the Grand Theft Auto games. But I think she has made a very good career out of Jasmine.
Yeah,
Leah Salonga.
we
Wow.
know her quite well.
Yes. So her first big role, which was before Jasmine, was in Miss Saigon.
Mm-hmm.
And as a theatre performer, so like as in voice, she's performed for the Queen,
Mm-hmm.
George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton.
Many people have performed for Bill Clinton, but that's a completely different podcast.
Well, but this was for like, you know, when they do those events at the White House, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's like that, you know, professional, Stephen.
Professional, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm not hinting or anything. Please don't sue me.
And yeah, she's also been Fontaine in Les Mis.
Okay.
And she's the singing voice of Mulan.
Yes.
Among other stuff.
I don't think I've got as far as the singing voice in Mulan, to be honest with you. Often fall
You'll get there. You'll get there, Stephen. It's a good
film. No.
We're only 4 films away from it, Stephen.
I know. I'm looking forward to the nap.
We watched it on Christmas Day. Like, we love it.
So Lea Salonga is still singing now, and like she does these special concerts where obviously she sings all the songs that she's famous for, among other Broadway songs. She's probably, out of all the people we've spoken about so far, she's the most famous.
Oh yeah, yeah, she is,
and had the most success.
Yeah,
and she's just released a Christmas album.
Yes. Which
oh my god!
Did you know this?
Oh, I'm gonna have to listen to it. I know it's past Christmas now, but I'm gonna have to listen to it now.
Yeah, it's okay. It's very Broadway Christmas.
Yes,
I'm gonna love it.
Nothing's gone on my official Christmas playlist from the album, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I didn't like particularly like, oh, I like her version, but it's like if you're into Broadway and you like Christmas, you'll like her Christmas album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going back to Howard Ashman's original treatment, so this is 1988. Jasmine was played as spoilt and brattish, and she was actually a comedic character. There was another character in the this treatment called Abby, I believe. Abby was a street rat, very similar to Aladdin. At the end of the film, Aladdin is offered Jasmine's hand in marriage, and he turns it down in favor of Abby.
Oh, scandal!
Scandalous.
In Agrabah.
Jasmine is the 6th official Disney princess and is the first non-European Disney princess, which I can see you scribbling down on your pad, so I'm guessing I'm stealing more facts.
Yep.
Linda Larkin, it took her 9 months to be offered the part after auditioning.
Oh.
And to do the part, she was asked to lower her voice.
Really?
Yeah. For Leah, I thought you guys would have facts about her, so I didn't really write anything down, except she sings the Filipino theme song for Elena of Avalor.
Oh, okay.
She also has sung the Filipino versions of A Whole New World and Reflection.
Wow.
Yeah. The only thing I kind of know about her is it's only because of lockdown. Me and Matt got like this free Sky Arts channel just for lockdown, which was really nice of them. And we got to see the Les Mis anniversary. I want to say it was 25 years, but I could be wrong. And it was the first show I'd seen with that Alfie Bow. And one of the Jonas brothers is in it as well.
Yes, I've seen that as well.
Yes. So Lea Salong plays Fontaine in that one.
I said that. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas in the original, she played in the 10-year anniversary, she was not Cosette. What's the other girl? The girl that dies in it.
Where she sings On My Own.
Yes.
And there's the singing.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the 10-year anniversary one that we originally knew.
Yes.
She plays her.
That's it.
But later, in the 25th anniversary, she goes on to
Plays.
play Fantine,
Okay.
which
So
is
right.
who Anne Hathaway plays in the
Right.
film.
I dreamed a dream, as
dream, yeah.
time goes by. That one.
Yeah. Yes.
And there's more singing.
Yeah.
We ought to have one of those little things. Have you seen the Futurama episode where it's Fry tries to drink as many cups of coffee and a little cup appears at the bottom and it has like 1, 2, 3. We should do that for every time you sing.
Yeah.
I've never watched Futurama.
You're missing out.
I don't think I am.
What's her name? God, that's really going to bug me.
Is it Odette?
No.
No, that's the girl, the little girl.
I'm going to have to Google it. I'm going to have to Google it.
Google.
You do know
Yeah, 'cause
people
she's in love
listening are shouting it right now.
Michael Ball.
Right. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Isn't
Cass.
she Holly? She's in love with Michael Ball because he plays.
She is.
Yeah.
Epony. That's it.
Epony. Yeah.
So she plays Epony first,
Then
and
Fonzie.
then later in life, because obviously it's been a long time,
Yeah.
she plays Fantine. There we go. Moving on. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, Jafar,
Oh, Jafar. Yeah.
Janeer
Right.
Jafar.
played by Jonathan Freeman,
hmm
who is an actor, puppeteer, and singer. He has been in Law and Order. To be fair, a few of them have been in Law and Order.
Yeah, Law and Order, CSI. Yeah, they've all done it.
He was also in Gossip Girl, and he reprised his role of Jafar on Broadway between 2011 and 2022. The only performer to do Broadway and the original film. And he also starred as Grimsby in the Little Mermaid Broadway show as well.
Oh.
So I have a few little bits. As I say, I merged Jafar and the actor together when I did my bit. So going back to Ashman's original concept, the character was basically called the Wazir, which is a type of sorcerer. And in the film, Jafar would have had a reprise of Arabian Nights where he explains his plan. So Arabian Nights would be the ongoing song throughout the film.
Don't steal my facts, Stephen.
Oh, Saz. So supervising animator was Andreas Deja. He says that he drew Jafar to have a face that was similar to a mask because Jafar basically is hiding his feelings or his emotions or his thoughts throughout the whole film until the end, so his face should look like a mask. Jafar also has a theme tune. So this was based on one of the original songs, and if you listen to the Aladdin soundtrack, look for a song called On a Dark Night, and that is Jafar's theme tune.
Okay.
And I have one final fact.
Okay.
Guess who was asked to play Jafar, however, due to scheduling conflicts, had to turn it down.
I've got this as well.
Yeah, I think I know the answer to this.
Go on,
I think it's Tim Curry.
No.
No.
Oh, is it not?
No. Jamie's
It's
written the fact
It's
down.
Patrick Stewart.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, Patrick
Yes,
Stewart.
and it's one of his biggest regrets.
Oh, Patrick.
But
So
yes, Tim Curry was offered the role. It was considered.
It's them all.
I
He's
know.
literally offered every Disney film.
Yeah,
Yep,
Tim Curry, Kelsey Grammer, John Hurt, Christopher Lloyd, and Ian McKellen were considered.
Oh,
I'm kind of glad that it wasn't any of them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying Freeman was like, oh, nobody else could have played that role, but like
his voice is good.
And he's better than the live action version.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, no,
even though the live action Jafar is a hottie.
Yeah,
like,
he is a hottie. Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was just too good looking in the live action. I wasn't scared. I was like, oh yes.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a panzer.
It was not.
He was just a bit of a weakling. He wasn't strong enough. I wanted someone a bit more like when Luke Evans was Jafar, he was strong, he was a presence, he was
Being
the villain.
Gaston.
Gaston, sorry, yeah. And whereas the guy who played Jafar was just forgettable. He wasn't a
Not
villain.
to me, was it?
No.
No.
Yes.
I was like, oh yes, you can do
Yeah,
whatever you want to with that stuff.
yeah.
And that's why we have an 18 rating, Jamie. She dropped the F-bomb last time. It's
I know, I know.
Yes, I know.
If it had been any of the other voices,
Yeah, it wouldn't have been the
they,
same.
not just that, they the voice I think would have overshadowed the character. Yes, people will know who that voice is, but not necessarily make it a good villain.
Mm,
Because all of them that I've just mentioned have such distinctive voices. They've all done voice work.
yeah,
You know that voice straight away when you hear it. Whereas I think with Freeman, like with him being an unknown, he was able to make it his own and not be like, do you know what I mean?
yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, so
Anyway,
I'll tick off those facts, Stephen.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Anything to help you out.
Right, Iago.
Yes. I'm going to have to quickly just go onto the other page of my phone because I have a fact about this as well on my phone. Anyway, carry on.
Played by Gilbert Gottfried. He's one of those people like, oh yeah, I know that voice.
yeah,
Couldn't
he's
tell you his
done
name.
voices.
Like I know he's a comedian.
Mm,
We've seen him in bits. Parties that people might recognize his face from is Beverly Hills Cops 2,
mm.
Family Guy. Sorry, that's not his face. Pardon me, that's his
His
voice.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SpongeBob. Sorry, another voice. Law and Order.
Yes.
Oh,
In that as
oh,
well. Yeah, like
Hannah
I
Montana.
is he in that as well? Okay.
see?
Yeah.
I just know him from like anything to do with Aladdin, he's always up for talking about it.
Yeah,
And I've seen him in loads of like variety stuff,
aye, like in
sketches.
America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sketches. Like he'll always be the one, oh yeah, I'll come and make an appearance.
Mm.
He's more of a comedian. He's a bit like I can't think of any name, but he was very much like he's a stand-up comedian but does
Yeah.
acting roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a comedian first.
Yeah.
And like say they're doing, I don't know, like a special on a comedian or a documentary on a comedian, he'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be one of those faces that you see and his name will be on the bottom of the screen and you're like, oh yeah, that's that guy
Yeah.
that does the voice in Aladdin. Yeah.
Well, we should say was.
Yeah.
We
Why
should
is he
say
dead?
was that guy. He passed away in 2022.
Oh my
Very
God.
recent. I remember hearing the news.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me Google it.
Yeah, look it up.
Speaking of Holly, did I pronounce the name right?
You did. You didn't pronounce it Iago. You pronounced it Iago, as it should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, Stephen, in two of your Disney podcasts, you have pronounced it Iago.
Diego.
Diego.
That's
Yeah.
his name.
And I
All
was
I'm going
like,
to say, if Sebastian can call him Alial,
yeah, I was
then I can
sticking my
call
mouth
him
a
whatever
little
I
bit
like.
the twice that you did it. I was like, why? Why is he
Why?
doing this?
Why?
What's wrong
I
with
tell you
him?
why. It's because I've always wanted a car, the Yago, and if I got that car, I've got a Jafar plush that I was going to put in, and I was going to call him Iago, and it's just come from there. But yes. Anyway,
Yeah.
So,
Iago.
Iago.
right, so I found out how he died.
Oh,
He died of ventricular tachycardia.
so it's something to do with the heart.
Yeah, at the age of
Yeah.
67, leaving
Yeah, he
behind
wasn't old.
leaving behind his wife and his two children and his sister Karen.
Oh,
So yeah,
that's sad.
yeah,
And
and it
he's,
was April 2022.
yeah, wasn't long ago.
Yeah, he is a comedian's comedian, apparently. That's what he's known for.
He actually played, and I did get the thing. So you know the TV series for The Emperor's New Groove,
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Emperor's New School or whatever it's called.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah.
there is a episode, and it's Crunk gets an annoying voice, and the annoying voice is played by Gilbert.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, no
I,
disrespect to him, and obviously, but his voice is very irritating,
Distinctive.
yeah,
And
and
it's
which
distinctive.
it
You can't
makes
change it.
no, and it makes it perfect for Iago because he is a pain. I mean, when we watched it earlier, even Finley said that bird is so annoying.
yeah. I think he did a sketch as well with something to do with voices, and I can't remember what it was. It might have been something to do with like a smart device, and it was his
Okay.
voice. And
Oh,
yeah, I think that was like a
Oh
Saturday
God,
Night
that would be
Live
annoying.
things.
yeah.
Yeah. I've got a few facts about those just to steal some from Jamie.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, first of all, in the original pitch, because I'm going back to it, his name was Sinbad.
Iago. His name was going to
Yes.
be Sinbad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jafar was going to be quite an outgoing, bullshy kind of character. Iago. I, the parrot, Sinbad, was going to be very quite subdued, calm, and it was decided that they were going to swap characters, swap personalities.
Oh, okay.
So the type of character that Jafar is was what Iago's was going to be. There was also a point during the pitching stage that the parrot would be the actual inner thoughts of Jafar,
Hmm.
Oh,
which means considered for the role was also Jonathan Freeman.
oh, okay.
So he'd have voiced both. Other people considered for the role was Danny DeVito, who turned it down. However, on the back of this film and everything, is how he became in Hercules. And then I have just a fact that I thought was quite nice. Um, Gilbert Gottfried's role as Iago, whatever, was highlighted in a 2015 documentary, Life Animated, which centered on the real story of Owen Suskind, a man with autism. After 4 years of not being able to communicate with his family, Owen's father took an Iago puppet and approached Owen while doing an impression of Gilbert. Owen recognized the Iago puppet as an old friend, as Aladdin was amongst his favorite Disney movies and Iago was amongst his favorite Disney characters, and responded. This would allow Owen and his family to build on Owen's communication skills.
Wow.
Whoa.
I thought that was
And
a nice little
that
story, and
is. And did Gottfried learn about that?
he would have known about it. Yeah, it was part of the documentary.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fab.
The only
Amazing.
other thing I have is parrots don't like crackers.
Okay.
That's a
Well,
fact.
they clearly depict that in Aladdin because he spits them
Yeah,
out.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's
It's
quite good.
Yeah. That is good. Oh, they were clever.
Hmm?
yes.
Right. One more before we get to the big one. Um,
Mm.
I
so
have a few, but yes, okay.
okay.
Yes,
Sultan,
Sultan.
played by Douglas Seal. Oh, we've mentioned already Rescuers Down Under.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And he's also in Fern Gully as well as
But
another.
did he play the really old fairy guy?
Yes,
Oh, I love Ferngully.
I know.
Mhm.
So that's two of them from this film.
I know.
Hmm.
He's also in Amadeus and Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yeah, you've got all my facts. So thanks for
Oh,
that.
Mm.
Yes.
And he's
boom.
obviously passed away as well.
Yes.
Yes. So he passed away. So this is the only time that he voices the character of the Sultan. It's taken over in the TV series and the sequels by Vel Bettin. Val Bettin is David Q. Dawson in Basil the Great Mouse Detective. And he also plays Archimedes in the Tarzan video game. I didn't write the surname, but it's Jane's dad. So other voices in the film, we've got Frank Welker, who we've known throughout all of these podcasts. He plays Abu, Cave of Wonders, and Raja. And the other character is the guard at the beginning, is played by Jim
Jim
Cummins, who
Cummings.
we would know as Winnie the Pooh
Of course.
and all.
Is he the one that goes, he's got a sword? Wait a minute, we've all got
We've all got
swords.
swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Right, I think we've saved the best to last.
Yes.
Damn right.
Yeah, so the genie.
Mhm.
Talking about voices that overshadow characters. This one does.
Played by the I don't even have
Immortal.
words. I don't
Yeah.
have words. Amazing, legendary, funniest man I've ever seen on TV, ever heard on TV or in film, and that's Robin Williams. In case there are people listening that don't know any
Oh,
films,
if they don't know Robin Williams, I don't want them listening to this podcast. I'd
Yeah.
rather they just switch off
So-
now.
Yeah.
We
Um,
don't need the
clearly
we don't need the
uneducated.
listens that
yeah.
badly.
So just to name a few,
Yeah.
he was Mark in Mark and Mindy, Dead
Hmm.
Poets Society, Mrs. Doubtfire, Good Morning Vietnam, Toys, Jack, Patch
Popeye.
Adams, Hook,
Flubber.
Flubber,
Yeah.
Fern Gully.
Yeah. Springly.
Robots.
Robots. Yeah.
He was Popeye.
Yeah, Popeye.
He's in a
Um,
good one. Is it Roadhogs?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you mention
Roadhog,
bird? Did you mention the birdcage?
Birdcage.
Arcade, obviously. Oh.
Oh, that's one of our favorites.
I didn't like 1 hour photo. That's creepy.
That was and Insomnia. That's with Al Pacino.
Yeah.
That's-
Bicentennial Man.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a sad one.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's done lots.
Yeah.
I mean, Night in the Museum.
Oh, he's so good in that.
So good in that. We're only going to briefly mention about his part in this film because we feel, me and Stephen, that he should get his own episodes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's so much to say about him as the genie. Yeah.
Basically, his like we discussed before the podcast, his relationship with Disney was not brilliant
No.
because he set certain conditions to doing the role of the genie, and he took a lower pay for doing it with these conditions, and Disney broke all 4 of them.
More detail in an up-and-coming episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Robin Williams had played a character in, and I think it's called Back to Neverland, which was a short film that was produced especially for the Disney MGM Studios park. And in this, he plays a tourist who's randomly picked. And do you know what? Let's have a quiz. What do you reckon he was wearing in Back to Neverland? Bear in mind this was before Aladdin.
A goofy hat.
A goofy hat, the Hawaiian shirt, the shorts, and the sandals that he was wearing at the end of Aladdin.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Because of how impressive he was offered a role in The Little Mermaid as Beaker or Breaker. I can't read my handwriting, but basically it was the dolphin. It was the dolphin sidekick for Ariel. However, the character was cut. He wasn't, although he was first choice for the genie, other character actors were also up for the role, which included John Candy, and Eddie Murphy.
Oh,
Now, do you know what? Eddie Murphy, this
Would have
is
been good.
with
I've
the
got
live
more.
action. There is, oh, I was going to say, I didn't even write the list because I thought, God, there's too many to go
I'm
through.
so glad Eddie Murphy didn't get it though, because I love him so much as Mushu, and that would have really spoilt that film, I think.
One
I
that
think,
I wrote down, and I don't know, I think he could have done it in a similar way, maybe to Robin Williams, and that was Martin Short.
Oh, yeah, I do like Martin Short as a voice actor.
I think he would have been good at the ad-libbing. I'm not saying he would have given them 16 hours worth,
No.
but I think he would have given a good go at it,
Yeah,
off the cuff,
yeah.
I
and he
mean,
does a lot of creating his own characters.
Robin Williams is irreplaceable.
Oh,
Oh, God,
And
yeah.
I think any of these other actors or anything like that, it's a little bit like Will Smith when he played the genie. You're not going
don't
to
like it.
replace, well, you're not going to replace Robin Williams. You can't do that. That's a given.
No.
So do something else,
Which he did.
which he did. And
And I'm so glad, and I loved it.
I think Eddie Murphy as a actor in that role would have gave a really, really good performance,
Mm,
but nothing like Robin Williams.
no.
And I think that's the two bits. On the flip side of that, Robin Williams was asked to play two Pixar characters. He was asked to play Woody in Toy Story,
Oh,
Oh,
no.
which no. And the other character, which I don't know how they even thought this was reasonable, was Sully.
Oh, no.
oof.
But
No,
then John Goodman was one of the ones considered for the genie.
Yes.
So,
So yes, he was. Yes.
yeah,
The design of the genie resembles a character in a Disney short called Eyes in Outer Space.
to convince Robin to do the role, Eric Goldberg, who's the lead animator of the genie, he animated several minutes of a stand-up of Robin Williams
Mm,
as the genie and showed him the reel, and he immediately said, yeah. So this must have been when he was first approached, and he must have given his demands.
but I
Well,
think
the
as
two,
well, he was so busy at the time because not only obviously are they trying to offer him this amazing part in a Disney animated film, but he was filming two movies back to back. He was filming Toys and he was filming Hook. He had a lot going on. And I mean, I don't know if he was still doing stand-up comedy shows as well,
yeah, yeah, I've
TV
seen his comedies from
appearances.
the 90s.
He would have to take time out as well to stand in a studio and voice this character. He probably needed that visual incentive. Look, this is
Yeah.
this is how good this is going to be.
Thank
I have,
God.
And I'll just like quickly say as well, I mean, I don't know if this is something that he's are planning on speaking about later on in this episode, but I'm not saying that some of the voices in the past films haven't been famous people. Of course they have. I mean, we've spoken about Angela Lansbury, as Mrs. Potts and Bette Midler. But if we're talking about our generation, I wouldn't go to school and my friend would be like, oh, yeah, Angela Lansbury playing Mrs. Potts,
yeah,
right?
it's better than Emma Thompson.
Right? Oh, God, yeah. Like, I was the freak that knew who Angela
Who that?
Lansbury was.
Yeah.
I knew her by name.
To be fair, I
My
don't think,
friends did not know who she
no,
was.
I don't think I said it was Angela Lansbury. I think I said, oh, it's Jessica Fletcher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jessica Fletcher is Mrs. Potts.
right. We were the freaks that
Or,
knew these people's names.
yeah, Mrs.
No,
Price.
we knew
Mrs.
these actors, we knew these voices.
Yeah, I know.
But
But,
when it came to the genie,
yeah,
oh my God, that changed the game. That really changed the game. And I think Academy Award winning actors were like, we're doing voices now, and
Mm.
people want us to do voices, and like he changed the game.
I mean, if you look at the next few films that were to come out from Disney, you have got the likes of Roseanne Barr in um, Mulan, Tarzan, sorry. You've got
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy in
No, no,
Mulan.
no, no. Home on the
No,
Range.
Roseanne Barr is Home on the Range.
Yeah,
Who
it was
plays the
Rosie
monkey?
O'Donnell is
Rosie
Tarzan.
O'Donnell. Yeah,
Donald. Yeah,
we
I
ain't
mean,
got that
she was
far yet.
huge at the time. I
Yeah,
don't think she'd quite come out yet, but
Yeah, well,
she
she would have had
was.
her talk show at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
and
And then
then
if
Yeah,
you,
I mean,
like
you had, well, I mean, I don't think we should count The Lion King because that was obviously
no, yeah,
already, and
that
again,
was
that was
already
all
being
people that
done.
were on like Broadway-ish,
yeah,
right? But after that, we get Mel Gibson,
yeah.
Yeah,
Danny DeVito,
Eddie
James
Murphy.
Woods,
Mm,
Donny Osmond,
Yeah,
yeah,
Demi Moore,
yeah.
Michael Kevin Kline,
Kevin Kline. Yeah.
uh,
People aren't saying that, oh no, I'm not doing a Disney film. They're like,
no.
yes, oh my God, who am I playing?
yeah.
Am I a
But
dog? Am I a fish?
I
Am I
think
a
it got to
mirror?
a point where it was
Like,
like, I'll do anything. I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
when we get to, like Patrick Stewart, for example, now, okay, unfortunately, when he does eventually do a voice, it's not the best film, which is such a shame because he's been after
yeah,
a Disney voice since
yeah.
the Oliver and Company, I think.
and I mean,
Yes.
like you've said, you said in the part of our world that obviously you've just put on Stephen, and obviously you've mentioned it in The Little Mermaid. Now, again, a lot of people might not know who this woman is, but we do. It's the fact that the actors weren't even getting to know that they were being offered these parts,
Mm,
like Joan Collins.
yeah,
Their agents were just saying, "Oh no, she's not going to voice
yeah.
a,
No,
a Disney character.
not a
Like that's
witch.
beneath her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not now.
This film was
I'm
definitely the
not.
beginning of
I'm
that.
not discounting, the famous voices that we know who they are in
Yeah.
past Disney films, but like I say, our generation and younger maybe wouldn't, but I'm not discounting them. But I really do feel Robin Williams, he's the one that sets it off big
And
time.
yet, it was part of his agreement that it not be,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
which we
But
will go
how could
into
that
more
even
detail.
be helped? From the minute you hear his voice in the film, it's just a game changer.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, as kids, I don't remember what the promotion was like.
No.
I do remember seeing clips and being, merchandise being everywhere and whatnot. And I
Yeah.
don't remember, because I would have been 6, you would have been 4, no, 3. I don't remember, anyone saying, "Oh, we must go see Aladdin because Robin Williams is in it."
Yeah.
Like that's not.
I think it was another one we got on pirate copy.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Shall we move on to the music?
Yes.
Yes, I'll leave that with you actually, because I wrote nothing to do with the music. I wanted to come here to learn.
Thank you for choosing Magic Carpet for all your travel needs. Don't stand until the rug has come to a complete stop. Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, songs. We have Arabian Nights, like Arabian Days.
Not
Oh dear.
sad by Robin Williams. Even though he voices the
Mm-hmm.
guy at the beginning, he doesn't sing that
No,
song.
he does not.
He does not.
That was written by Alan Menken and Howard Ashman.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Next, we have One Jump Ahead of the Bread Line. It's just
love it.
called One Jump. Sorry, One Jump
Yeah.
Ahead. That was written by Alan Menken and Tim Rice.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Friend Like Me. Ba-da-ba, ba-da. That was written by Alan Menken and Howard Ashman. I
Oh,
must
yes.
admit.
Howard.
Yeah. See, when I was writing down who wrote what, I was so glad that this was Howard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
no
I bet
offense,
I
Tim.
would have loved to have been in that room when he was writing this song
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like doing all the actions. Oh, it would have been so good.
I've not seen a video of him, with Robin.
He wouldn't.
I know.
So-
No, I don't think he would have gotten that far.
No,
No.
he passed away before
But like,
before a lot of that. Was very ill.
did he
Yeah.
know at the time that Robin Williams got the part?
I don't think he
Thing
would
is,
have.
he
Because
when he
some of the
passed
lyrics in
away,
there, you would have only put that in if Robin Williams had gotten the role.
I think, well, Robin Williams kind of all of his
Ad-lib.
lines were almost ad-libbed. Yeah. and it's-
Yeah.
Right, okay. So he could have just written a very basic version, but the one we know,
Yeah.
Robin,
Robin
maybe.
Williams went with it in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Because when Howard did his treatment, it was 1988, and obviously he died in 91, and Aladdin
Yeah.
came out in 92. So
Okay.
he would have known, but he was probably quite ill as he was working on Beauty and the Beast. Because, like I said earlier, he wanted to work on Aladdin,
Yeah.
not on Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Next, Prince Ali, fabulous Alibaba.
I feel so sorry for the listeners.
Yeah, that's Alan and Howard.
Fabulous.
A Whole New World is
You
Tim
say
Rice.
Howard.
No,
Oh.
Tim Rice. But I have a fact about that. So,
Oh,
and then Prince Ali reprise. So this is the Jafar.
Oh,
No.
yeah, which I quite like.
Yeah,
I
the
like this
Prince
one.
Ali. Yes, it is
Yeah.
he.
Go
what-
on.
Yeah.
Go on.
It's like merely a street rat.
Yeah,
It's like,
something
it's
like
very,
that. Yes.
jazz hands
And then say hello to your precious Prince Ali.
yeah.
Aladdin. Oh,
Remember, you
Jasmine.
can only sing. You're only allowed to sing 2 lines, and then
yeah.
you got to pay
Yeah, 2
copyright.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, that was Rice. He
Yeah.
wrote that one.
Okay.
Okay, so facts. Right.
Yeah.
Arabian Nights, which Stephen kind of touched on earlier. It was originally conceived. So when Howard originally wrote it, it was to be through the whole film. And it was to help narrate the film. However, due to the visual storytelling that had been done and how strong it wasn't needed. So all the other parts of Arabian Nights was cut.
I actually felt there was a moment in the film where a song was missing.
Okay.
Ooh, whereabouts is that?
So we watched it again this morning.
Uh-huh.
And in the gardens where Jasmine is sat at the fountain and, she has that chat with Dad.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, really need to get you a husband and this and that. And she's like, but I want to marry for love and whatever. And, he walks away and she turns around and she does this with her hand and the birds fly off. Like, I felt there was a moment there for like a Jasmine song.
Yeah,
And it never happened.
Yeah, because she doesn't have a song.
No.
Which Ashman wrote. Ashman wrote a song for Jasmine, and
I really
that was
feel in that
part
moment,
of it.
it's like, oh, wait a minute. Shouldn't there be a song there?
So
yeah,
I
because
think,
all of the other princesses have a song.
Yeah.
songs that are cut. I mean, Jafar had a song that was cut. There was Aladdin sings
Stealer.
That's
Yep.
all right. Aladdin sings a song to Abu.
Oh,
It actually is included in this musical. I'm sure
Right.
Jasmine has a song in the musical.
Well, I mean, the
Which
live
is-
action, they give her that song.
Yeah,
which is
Speechless.
fab.
Yeah.
yeah, which,
Um,
no, I'm not into that.
No.
No, doesn't go. It doesn't go. It's like that
Doesn't
song
fit with the
Eric
rest.
sings in the live action Little Mermaid. I'm
Oh.
like, no, stop, abort.
Right,
Yeah.
so getting back to the song facts.
Yeah.
So speaking of Arabian Nights,
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't have known or remembered this because how little we were. But there was a line altered
Yes.
because of
Cultural
offense.
appropriation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in the original, okay. Oh, I come from a land, from a faraway place where the caravan camels roam, where they cut off your ear if they don't like your face. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home. That was cut
Yeah.
because Arab Americans claimed that it was racist.
Yeah.
And it was changed to where it's flat and immense and the heat is intense. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home.
Which I do think is actually better.
Yeah, I
lie.
think it's
Yeah.
better. Sorry, Howard. The songs that were cut, right? There were
Wow.
eight
It would have been a
songs.
long film.
Yeah, and
Longer.
yeah, including a song for Jafar. But one song in particular, which Holly, you and Mum don't like, but I appreciate why he likes this song, right? And why he
Oh,
always plays it any chance.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I hate
you
this
know which
song.
one. So
Yeah.
Alan Menken, right? Whenever he's doing a concert,
He plays this.
a documentary, or a special, or whatever, if he's sitting at the piano and he's being asked about his career, he will always mention this song that was
Yeah.
cut from Aladdin because he feels it's one of the most personal to him, the way that the lyrics were written. And it's called Proud of Your Boy.
Yeah.
And this was when the version of Aladdin was the one that you mentioned earlier, Stephen,
Yeah.
where it was about, his parents.
Yeah.
So yeah, Aladdin was supposed to sing to his parents, and this was the song. So this was when that younger, boyish version of the
Yeah.
character was going to be, and he'll always sing and perform this song.
Maybe
just-
if the singing voice of Aladdin, maybe if I'd actually heard him singing the song, I might feel differently about it. But when he sings it in all the things that I've seen him singing it in, I'm just listening to it and I'm like, it doesn't go with the film. Like it doesn't go with the flow of the film. But I don't know. I'm glad it was cut. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, so A Whole New World.
Best
Mhm.
song ever.
So
Love it.
Alan Menken had written a different version, and it was called The World at Your Feet. But then Tim Rice,
No, it doesn't have the same ring, doesn't have the same feel.
and Tim Rice came on board, and he went, no,
No.
that is not what the song is going to be. And
No.
he changed it to A Whole New World.
Yeah.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
Yeah.
It was like, Menken, you just stick to the music.
Yeah.
You
Leave
do
the
that.
lyrics to me.
Yeah.
So in the A Whole New World, obviously it's Chinese New Year at some point when they're flying around.
Yeah.
And because it's Jasmine's birthday around that time, because she must find a prince before then, and it means that Jasmine's birthday is between January and the beginning of February. So when this podcast comes out, it could well be Jasmine's birthday. There's no
Okay.
official date, but yeah. Anyway, move on.
Happy birthday, Jasmine.
Yeah,
Yes.
happy birthday, Jocelyn. My last music fact. This one, was like, when I read this, I was like, oh my God, this needs to happen. Right. So, Stephen, when I tell you this fact, right, the next time you bump into Bob,
Oh yeah.
You need to tell him that this needs to happen, right?
Yeah. I will
So
do. It was at the Chippy the other day,
for
but
whatever anniversary or don't know, don't care, right? So Michael Bolton and Celine Dion were originally going to sing the pop version of A Whole New World. Now, I
mean,
could not find the reason why. It must have been scheduling. Who knows?
Yeah, because Celine, her career was like flying at that
Well,
time.
she would have really, yeah. I mean, after Beauty and the Beast, she would have been.
Yeah.
you know what? I think she goes to the same Chippy as me and Bob, so I'll ask her. I
Please,
think
because
I've often seen her in her slippers and a dressing gown and a wet hair in a towel. She's there.
but like what I don't understand is, right? See, knowing this fact now, when they did the live
Oh,
action,
the live action. Yeah.
why did they not
Oh.
go
Yeah.
and get these two
Because
instead
the
of
wanted Zayn, Jamie, the wanted Zayn from One
Like-
Direction.
instead of that other crap version?
Yeah, and I don't know who the girl is. Never,
No.
never, don't know
No,
who she is.
I couldn't tell
Yeah,
you.
sorry, no offense if anyone.
Yeah,
No
It's-
offense. Offense is meant. You should have done a better job.
yeah.
That
We
would
want
have
Michael
been
Bolton.
the perfect
Celine.
opportunity because she came back and sang a song for the Beauty and the Beast live action.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
why? Whoever was job was that you failed because you had the names there.
and I very much feel like Celine, if you give her the notice, she'll make time.
And she'll do it in one take.
Oh yeah, she'll
nail
just
it.
do that. Yeah,
Just,
honestly.
Yeah,
tell her you just need a demo. And
Yeah.
she'll be like, "Ruh," and then you'll say, oh, actually, this is better. Can we just use this? And she'll be like, oh yeah, sure.
yeah.
Like, it wouldn't have been difficult. Okay, I don't know
Yeah.
about Michael Bolton, but it's like he's not really doing anything else. So
No,
How do you know Jamie wasn't doing anything else?
no,
Hey,
he
he might have been
sing-
having his hair cut that day.
No, he sings songs about like horny pirates with that guy from what's that cop program that I like, that comedy one?
I don't know.
That plays the voice in Encanto's in.
Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah. So the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine and this other guy, they've got like this band and they sing all these like really weird songs about like their moms and stuff. And Michael Bolton does this pirate song with them.
Oh my God.
Maybe that's why there is no Michael Bolton and Celine
Yeah.
Dion song.
Yeah.
Celine was like, is
Right,
there anyone
well,
else?
I mean,
I'll speak with Bob. Don't worry. It's
Yeah.
the-
yeah, when we put this out, I'm going to put this on threads. I'm going to make a note because if people knew this fact, they would
Yeah.
agree. They would be like,
I want it. I want to hear it.
why was this not done? Don't get
Release
me
the
wrong.
Celine cut of Aladdin.
I
Yeah.
love Peebo. Love a bit of Peebo. Like he has
Yeah.
a beautiful
That's
voice. It's almost like a Luther voice. It's fab.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the live action at least, like, come on, Disney.
I know.
No,
when's the next anniversary of Aladdin? It's in what, 2 years?
yeah, 2027.
Bob's got
Lonely
time.
Island. That's what the band's called that Michael
Right.
Bolton sings with. They're called Lonely Island.
Oh, I thought you said Horny Island. I was like,
No,
oh.
no, Lonely